Hey guys, I'm continuing my 30-day exercise. Right now I'm on day 29, but I missed up a day, so I'm between 28 and 29. Regardless of the day, I'm gonna do an extra day and I'm going to do an extra live as well, just to make everything copacetic. I did my 30 days and I will make sure I continue with that. And I just want to give you an update about how I feel lately. Lately, I've been feeling more energized, like I said before, but I'm really feeling like a lot more happier than before, and a lot more happier. The fact that I'm happy because I'm able to get my exercise in. My daughter's right here, as always. She's joining me, supporting her mother. But I'm getting my exercise in the morning. I'm working out, getting my endorphins in, as well as I'm able to even go live earlier. So as soon as I finish working out, I go live. Sorry guys, I feel like my voice is a little raspy. Gotta drink your water. So as soon as I wake up, go live. Well, I wake up, exercise, and then I'll go live. So literally, I pushed everything up my time frame. I used to wait until she'll go to bed. Now I'm just like, why wait? She ain't gonna go to bed, and it's gonna prolong everything. And I really like her by my side, so she knows mommy's at work. This is how I'm going to do, and she will see me in action. I really enjoy that. She got a top in her hand, so she's making a little noise. But that's how it is being a mom and an entrepreneur. I just want to let you guys know how I've been feeling, and an update. Up here you go. And the update of how I truly been feeling. And I'm really so glad I decided to do this 30-day challenge. I did not realize one day I woke up, I'm like, let me do this 30-day exercise, and then I'm going live, then I'm preparing, so trying to figure that all in my schedule. I tell you, this took me time. I'm towards my end of my 30 days. But this took time to get me in my schedule, get me going. So right now I'm on technically, what day is this? I'm all the way in the beginning. I think I said 29. I gotta scroll all the way down for my notes. Sorry guys, hold on one second. Yeah, so I said I'm on day 29 or day 28, 29. But it took me time. Every day I was consistent. I was able to, I woke up, exercised, did what I had to do, and then I went live. Now I'm just like, no, I don't want to wait towards the middle of the day to try to figure out her sleep schedule and what I'm doing. I just pushed everything in the morning. And I actually feel so much happier because now I had to do what I had to do, go live, exercise, feed her, and then I have the rest of my day to prepare, do what I have to do. So it just helps. It just helps a whole lot. So we're going to go into today's topic, but before I do that, I want to tell you about my goals. I want to help as many millennials as I can who's struggling with their depression, as well as a parent with a child or children that's dealing with depression, and anybody that you know that comes to your mind as you looking at this video. Tell them about me. Also, if also a teacher or caregiver who works with teens struggling with depression, I want to help them all right? We're all in this together. We're all supporting each other. My daughter's acting real funny. It's funny how she is right now. But she's off screen. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about. We're going to go on today's topic. And today's topic, we're going to talk about what you should not say or do when someone is depressed. So this is continuation from my other live. This is from an article about how to help somebody that's dealing with depression. So they also added towards the end of the article what not to do, which is really great. I really like how they give you information how you can help somebody, but what also not to do, because people don't know what they shouldn't do. And I really like this article. This is from the Healthline. So number 1, it says, I want to make sure I'm on the right note right now. Don't take it personal. If your loved one or friend is depressed, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So don't think, oh, maybe it's something that I did or something that I didn't do. It's not your fault. Do not take it personal. Whatever they're going through, that's on them. So do not take it personal. You might even need to take some space for yourself if you get emotionally drained. So when you're around someone who's depressed, it's a lot. It's a lot. So take that space, take that time away from them and let them know, okay, I need some, well, I don't say I need some space, but I forget my other video I did say, it says something that scheduling a time to talk. That's how you can tell somebody that you need some space. Okay, here's my schedule for today. I can talk at this time and then at that time. And then if, say for instance, if you need me in between these times, you can still text me. So that's how you can have some space between if you're feeling drained. Don't just say I'm drained. I just can't do it. I just can't do it no more. You're just too much. Don't say that. Don't say that. So just say, this is my time. This is my schedule for today. I have X, Y, and Z to do. You can call me at this time, or I can come to you. That's how you can tell them and let them know that I'm here for you, but I also need time for me, without saying that. Okay? Avoid blaming your friend or loved one, or even saying things might contribute to their negative feelings. So say for instance, if your friend or loved one is sad, don't blame them, because that can add to their feelings, and it can actually push them overboard. We don't want that. We don't want that. So consider talking to a therapist or a supportive person. So when you're helping somebody, you're bringing in all that energy within that they're passing that energy to you. So by talking to someone else or even a therapist, it helps get that out your body. I also said before in my previous video, try to write stuff down. By writing stuff down, they're talking to you, you write it down, it's coming out your body. It's coming in, it's coming out. So that helps process the depression and stuff, because bad energy can consume you. You don't want to get consumed. That's the whole point. You are supposed to be the positive force. Don't get consumed by the negative energy, okay? I'm not saying the person is negative, but depression, it's a lot. It's a lot. So we want you to continue to have that positive energy, that positive force. So you might need to talk to a therapist or talk to someone else who a supportive system, a supportive person, or someone that actually knows about depression as well. It helps. They can help you, tell you what you can do, and help you further yourself. So number 2, don't try to fix them, okay? So it can be hard to understand exactly what a person is dealing with depression is going through. So don't say you should be grateful for things in your life. Of course, they're thankful or grateful, but don't say that to them. They're going through depression because of other stuff. Don't say you should be grateful. That doesn't help. Because now it's like, okay, I should be grateful, but I'm feeling this way. Now, am I feeling this way because I'm bad? Like, it confuses the person, and it's too much added onto their depression that they're going through already. Number 2 things not to say. Just stop thinking about sad things. Just stop thinking about sad things. You'll feel better. No. That's not how it goes. It's much deeper than that. It's much deeper than thinking of sad things. It's way, way much deeper. So don't say that. That does not help the person at all. It just makes things worse. So another thing, you want to encourage positivity by reminding them of things that you like about them. So by saying, I really like this about you, I like that about that. Don't do that either. That doesn't help them, because you're looking on outside looking in. You're telling them things that you like about them, but they may not like that about themselves. So if you're telling me you like this about me, you like this about me, but I'm thinking, well, I don't like that. I don't like this either. That doesn't help the person at all. So don't say, I like this about you, I like that about you, you should feel better, or you should do better. that doesn't help with their depression. They're still feeling depressed. She making noise now. So number three, don't give advice. Not everybody want advice, especially if someone's that's going through depression. They may not be at that point where they want to accept your advice, especially from a person that doesn't understand them. So if you're trying to tell them advice and try to get them to feel better, you make them feel worse. You're making them feel even worse by saying stuff. So don't give advice if they don't ask for advice. If they ask for advice, then just go. You got the green light. Go give them advice, but don't put advice on them if they don't want advice. Remember, if you're not going through it yourself, you are not going to understand. So how can you give somebody advice if you're not going through their shoes, or if you're not walking in their shoes? If you're not walking in their shoes, you can't really give them advice, because you can't say, I've been there, done that, or this how I helped, or this helped me. You can't say that. I told you my 30-day challenge, how it helped me with my depression. But just because I have depression or I'm fighting depression doesn't mean my 30-day challenge will help someone else who's dealing with depression either. So just because I'm going through it, it may not help the person either. Everybody's situation is different. When like I said before in my other videos, depression is basically on them. It's basically what the person is going through, and then it's also what's surrounding them too. So you have piles and piles of stuff. Sometimes little things, as in like doing a 30-day exercise, may not help. It may not go through the layers. But I also said with the 30-day exercise, you have to focus on yourself. You have to heal yourself. You have to have time to really hone in like what's going on. So I'm not just saying do a 30-day exercise and everything's going to be good. It takes a little more effort in that. And you really want that change. Not everybody is at that level. When they're going through depression, it takes time. They have to process. Everybody's on their own process. So don't force that process. Oh, got to get better. You're doing this. They're not ready. If that person's not ready, they're just going to receive it as negative energy. Oh, you don't understand me. You don't know what you're talking about. We don't want that. You're trying to be a positive force, a positive energy. You want to help that person. You got to help them right. Help them right. That's why I want to give you all this information. All right? So, another point they said, they might take it as you're trying to fix them. So giving advice is like, oh, you're trying to fix me. All the points that you're saying, I'm not doing. So obviously I'm doing something wrong. And now I see you as, now you're trying to fix me, or I'm bad. That's negative. Negative. We don't want them to think even more negative. We want them to think positively. Avoid giving advice until asked, like I said before. If they ask you for advice, that's all right. Encourage positivity and change by inviting them to walk or cook or cook nutritious meals together. If they're not ready for that, if they don't want that company, if they don't want you, that can give them bad energy. Now you're forcing this on me. I'm not ready for that. Don't push yourself on them. If they are ready for you, they're ready for you. If they want your company, they'll get your company. But don't force yourself on them. That's why I always said, always have the open invitation of, you're more than welcome to come. If you're not ready, that's fine. You always can come. Some people say no and change their mind at the last minute. And if you don't tell them, oh, I changed my mind, but now I want to come, but I said no, so I probably can't go no more. Tell them constantly, you can come, call me, the door's open all the time, all the time. It might sound repetitive, but you will be thankful that you kept saying that to them, because they will remember, oh, I remember some saying, I can come even if I say no. So number 4, don't minimize or compare their experience. It's okay. It's all right. I know, now you're getting sleepy, right? So don't minimize or compare their experience. When your friend or loved one talks about their depression, you might want to say, these things you might want to say. Number 1, You might want to say things like, I understand, or we all been there. That's not true. That's not true. You don't understand. You can say, I'm sorry that you're going through this, but you really don't understand if you're not going through it. If you're going through it, then that's different. If you're going through it, that's totally different. We're talking about for people that have not gone through it and they want to help their loved one or friend. Or you might want to say this, but if you haven't dealt with depression yourself, you can minimize their feelings. Like I said before, you don't go through it, you're going to tell them. You can say, oh, we all been there. And when saying we all been there, that's just saying, well, get over it. We all been there and gone over it. No, that's not true though. That's not true. Or you might want to say, but things can be so much more worse than what it is. That's like, be grateful. But that's not true. They're going through their own battles. Let them go through their own battles. When they're ready to go through and get to the other side, they will get through to the other side. Don't force them. And I know you're going to want to help them. You feel so bad. But not helping them at this situation is actually really helping them. Not giving them advice is actually really helping them. You may feel like helpless because you're not doing anything, but you're actually doing a lot more because now you understand. Like I said before, do your research. Do your research so you understand how someone she's messing with me. Understand how depression works and basically when someone's going through depression, I won't say remember, but the symptoms and all that stuff, I can't get my words out. Just basically oh my gosh, I can't, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is get your knowledge up. Get your knowledge up and do your research about depression. I don't know why that was so hard. So, number 5, we're going to continue because we're going to keep going on. That's not going to stop me. Number 5, don't take a stance on medication. Now, everybody might feel yay or nay about medication, but if a person, I would say, if your friend or loved one is taking medication, don't say, oh, that's not good for you, or you shouldn't do that. That's not fair to them, especially if they're thinking about taking medication. That's not fair. They feel they need the medication, and that should be fine. You should be on board with that. You should support them and be on board. So medication can be very helpful for someone who's dealing with depression. And some people might dislike the side effects. So if you have a loved one or friend that's taking medication and they stop, now you need to step in. Well, if you want to. If you want to. Because if they stop their medication, it can be very harmful or dangerous to themselves. So tell them, talk to their doctor. Tell them you shouldn't stop right now. Talk to your doctor, see what they do. So talk to your doctor and tell them that you want to stop your medication and see what they say you can do afterwards. But if your friend or loved one, if you don't know what's different, if you know they're taking medication and they say, I want to just stop, I don't like the side effect, tell them, encourage them, talk to your doctor first. Just talk to your doctor. Call right now. Call right now. Since you want to stop, call right now. So their doctor knows that they want to stop their medication. They can do something for them. And number 6, encourage your friend to talk to a therapist if they're having suicidal thoughts. So that's on the extreme end, but people go through it. I feel like I went through it, so I definitely understand. Talk to your therapist, talk to your doctor if they are feeling suicidal. And once again, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. None of this you should take personal. And even if they feel like they want to withdraw from you, don't take it personal. Just be open to them and just say, I'm always here for you. We're here for you if it's multiple people. And understand that. Don't say, I understand what you're going through. Don't say that. That doesn't help. So these are some things what not to say. There's other stuff that I'm pretty sure is out there what not to say. But educate yourself. Educate, educate, educate. If you really want to help somebody, educate yourself with depression or any mental illness. Because the more you know, the more you can help them, and the more you know what not to do and what to do. If you're being a helpful person for them, you will do yourself and your friend or loved one justice if you know more stuff about them than they know. It helps. It really does. So I do have another video for my next one, is ways to stay positive when you're depressed. And then, like I said, that's technically my 30-day live, day 30, I would say. So I'm gonna do another video after that for an extra one because I somehow miscalculated. But I just want to give you some tips. Well, I won't say tips, some knowledge about what not to say when someone's dealing with depression. I really feel like this was helpful. I hope you find it helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. My daughter's about to get upset, so it's time to go. Bye bye.